Aloha, my beautiful friends. I'm saying aloha from San Diego. My name is Crystal Ra Laksmi-Ditton. I believe that all of us, we have a hidden treasure box inside of us connected to our talents. And when we activate those talents, we can activate our holistic abundance. Through that, we can manifest our inner fairy tales into our dreams on our terms. This has been my mission for the last 20 years and continues to be, and it has been a really exciting journey professionally and personally. And part of this is this new challenge. So congratulations, you are on day 4. And today we are going to talk about the inner child. When you talk about the inner family as a whole, oftentimes we are kind of more familiar with the inner child as a topic, and it's kind of like the most popular inner family member in the world, so to say. So I will go through some points and some stories about my own inner child experiences, and give you some pointers how you can start to work with your inner child and how it can actually connect to your life and also start to activate your abundance. So really amazing. So if you get here, please say aloha, and how is your connection with your inner child. And if you watch this later, you can also leave a comment in the comment sections on YouTube. So many years ago, when I started to work more with the inner family archetypes, so what I noticed was that the dynamic all the time went this way, that you had to start with the inner child, then work with the inner woman, and then with the inner man. And if I started or tried to kind of start in any other way, it didn't work, because the inner child needed to be healed first, needed to feel safe first, and then the inner woman would start to feel really good, and then, you know, inner woman and inner child would feel good, and then the inner man could start to manifest what he was supposed to manifest. So when I started to see what's the main core of the inner child, so what came out was that it's so connected to our childhood and our childhood memories. It's basically like kind of has collected all of these memories, as well the wounds, and some of these wounds are, you can't even, you know, make sense of it, because it's just, you were so small, you don't even maybe remember yourself, as these may be even just like baby memories. I have worked with myself so long and so deep now that I have even collected some of those connections from my own life. Like one of those was when I was maybe just like 6 months old, and I was left alone in the room in the dark, you know. And then I woke up and no one was there, and I was just like, you know, crying for, you know, long time until someone came. So that created, you know, fear of being alone or fear of being left behind. And then over these years, I had to really work through those issues so that I would feel safe just with myself, and also, you know, other ways to make these issues kind of aware and be conscious about these patterns. So, and as I was healing these things, so my inner child merged more and more, and I started to actually be able to also have fun with her, you know, do different creative projects, and, you know, really kind of enjoy being together. And then what happened was that, you know, after some time, I started to notice that when I had like big changes happening inside of me, I had this really crazy resistance, you know. And when I was looking inside, I saw that my inner child was actually, you know, holding me back and saying like, I don't want to move, I don't want to do this, or this is too scary. This is because your inner child is connected to your, you know, survival instinct, but also with all the fears inside of you as well, your subconscious, you know. So we have to actually explain when those things happen and why those things happen and how those things will be gone through, so that our inner child feels much more relaxed and kind of, happy. So one of these examples I want to share with you is that, last year in the beginning of the year, we had to move in Hawaii to another place. And my inner child was like really like pouty face and like, I don't want to do that, And then when I asked like, why is this and what's the reason? It was like, I don't know what this other place is. I don't like it, and hadn't even seen this new place yet. But so I had to like figure out like, okay, so what's like exciting for the inner child there? So what I figured out was basically that there was like this huge, amazing tree next to the house where we could climb on top. And as a kid, I also loved to climb trees, So I said, we have this tree we can climb on. And then when we climb on top of it, we can actually see the ocean from there. And then she was like, oh my God, this is really cool. And then when I was thinking also like, okay, so what else? So there is a hammock, you can lie there and see the ocean. There are plumeria trees and we can do, plumeria lace and do other creative projects, So all of these things were kind of adding up. So the excitement was like building. And then I said, and the house is a little on the top of the hill. So when we want to like bicycle, we need to like, bicycle really like hard on top of it. And then when we go to the beach or somewhere, we can actually, just let go and just flow with it. So we can actually, we don't need to like really, work at anything. We can just like kind of let go. And my inner child also likes speed. So it was like very exciting, like idea. So then the resistance dissolved, we moved and everything went fine. So it really worked. And of course, then I had to do those things which I promised, to make the plumeria lace, to climb the tree, to be in that hammock and see the ocean and all of those things. It's very important that when you say something, you also kind of deliver, because that builds trust with your inner child. So later this year, Michael was inviting me as a birthday gift to a hot air balloon ride, and I had done this before once in my life, but this time my inner child freaked out. It was like, oh my God, this is too crazy. I can't do this, and wasn't that like crazy afraid, like going up to the air, but actually going down, and was like coming with all of these scenarios, how it can, kill us and so on, And then I figured out like, okay, let's ask the captain of the balloon ride how long he has done that. And he said he has done that for 15 years. So I thought, okay, 15 years is a lot of experience. So he must know what he's doing. So my inner child kind of calmed down. And then, of course, because Michael was there too, which helps all the time, his presence is calming down. So, and second one was when Michael did a surprise pilot, flying with a small plane. And first I thought like, okay, we have an instructor, so probably she will fly. And then came out that actually Michael will fly most of the time. Then my inner child freaked out, was sitting on the edge of the seat and like, oh my God, like what's going to happen now? So on one side, my inner man, on the other side, my inner woman, and both like kind of calming her down and breathing and all of those things, So after some time, it was like kind of so like relaxed, and then looking out, northern San Diego, like seeing all these beautiful beaches and beautiful, ocean. It was a beautiful afternoon, sunny, beautiful houses and all of that. So it was really amazing for her to see all of that. So really, really cool. And Anneli Ernits, aloha, nice to see you here. And so the inner child really loved those adventures. And then I realized I have to start to do those things a little differently, and also maybe gift my inner child a little gift. So some time ago, I got this little sandbox stuff. And some other days later, I found this little, there is like a little car in there. So we started to kind of, was very like, you know, excited about like driving with this car in the sand. And we have a really big sandbox next to our, you know, house. It's called Beach, 200 steps from our house. And then next day I found this spade here, and it was like, oh, this is really, so if we have visitors, we have some people who can, you know, come and actually play as well, you know. And tomorrow actually we will have some one amazing Estonian lady coming with her kids, so we can go to the beach and play with it. So really cool. And then my inner child really loves all kinds of like dolphin things. So here's like a little dolphin picture, and then I have dolphin cards, and then I have like the dolphin bag, and as I'm like a mermaid too, so I like all kinds of like dolphin things. And on top of that, also a little sea life, you know, coloring book, which is really cool. I colored one little whale and was really like kind of my own inner child was showing a little more creativity. And additional one for, you know, making some painting and artsy projects. And here is something I started in Hawaii, like different kind of like drawing with crayons, and just playing with the colors and seeing like what comes through. And so here is one of, so just kind of going crazy, nothing really like crazy serious and so on. And sometimes it's just, you know, playing with different lines, you know, it's just kind of let go. And this is so important nowadays, because we as adults, we are too serious. We are doing too many serious things. And as we start to do this children kind of thing and plays and so on, we activate our, you know, right side of the plane, which is connected to everything creative. And the connection with the abundance is that actually from there we can, you know, get connection to the creative ideas, and also our life will get so much juicier, you know. And this Christmas, Santa gave me a kite, and which is really funny. It's made in China, but it's distributed by Estonian company called Oneself. Kurekella Tee 17. So what are the odds? So we're still waiting for a really good windy day, and every day my inner child is waking up and like kind of peeking through the window, and it's like, okay, is it like windy enough? Can we go? Can we go? I can't wait to, you know, have fun with this kite. And it was really weird when I told Michael that I had never flown a kite in my life. He couldn't believe it. It's like, okay, we need to fix this. So this is my very first kite, a gift to Michael did to my inner child. And with the going back to the sand stuff is also, you know, taking this out, going to the beach and making all this. I even have a video both on climbing onto that Hawaii, and then being in the sand and making some sand castle and stuff. So I'll see if I find those and add to this presentation as well. And then when I was playing around and doing all these things, so Michael told me, my husband, it's like, oh my God, it's so easy with you because you just, you know, it's easy to just make you happy. I just take you to the sand, you just play like a kid, 5 minutes. You know, some women, they have to have like $500 shoes and stuff. And I just have like, you know, some bucks sand stuff, and I'm happy, you know. So, and this is that's why it's so important to keep your inner child active and healed, and give like regular attention. So I have in my calendar where I put like kind of fun things and kind of, you know, unplug from the seriousness of being adult, and then it will actually connect really nicely. So some beautiful ways of doing things is really to connect with your inner child. So if you have questions about inner child or any comments about this topic, please share in the comments. I see Janika Schmidt as Maya Pusep, aloha, really nice to have you here. And also aloha to all of your inner children. It's really amazing to have you here. So now you will have a free day. First is once again to go through the inner family, and you will find the link in the first day's presentation, but I may also put it again here. Every day after the presentation is done, and I'll do a separate website post where I put all the links to the YouTube video from this presentation, as well. All the additional links will be there, plus the task sheet, so that you can it out, or also in PDF or JPG photo formation, so you can work with it. And by the end of the 30th day, you will have 30 sheets. And if you go through each one of those 1 to 2 or 3 tasks per day, I guarantee your holistic abundance will be much more healed and activated, and you will be able to attract more abundance, because you have looked at abundance from so many different aspects and understood how this works better. So first you do the meditation, you meet your inner child there, see what she needs, and you will ask what she needs, and then you will figure out if you can deliver what she needs. You know, can you give her what she needs? Is there a gift you can do? Is there something you can do together? And then you will give it to that person, to your inner child. And this will actually make a huge difference and activate your abundance in so many ways. And your creativity also, what to create and how to create. Your inner child can really help you. And oftentimes we underestimate our inner child with those things. So it's really good. So meditation, what are the needs of your inner child? And then what is the gift she or he needs? So really amazing. Do that. And then tomorrow we will talk about self-love. If there are topics which you want me to go through within this month, leave it also to the comments. I go through all of these daily. If there are questions which pop up, also let me know, write it down. And now every day we'll do a little kind of prize draw or give some things away and so on. So we have also translated some of the English money magnets, actually. So if there is someone here who has done all of the prior 3 days tasks and you would like to win this prize, so with the English speaking, I'll do. So this is written in English, your homework. You will go through all the tasks and you will say, I did that's what was my result, what happened and what I realized and so on. So you do those and you email this to me, Crystal Ra Laksmi at gmail.com. So you put all my name together and at gmail.com. And the first one which comes in English will get the ones which we have in Money Magnet in English. You will get those to your mailbox. So and this is also a reminder, if you really want to change your life, it doesn't really happen. It's of course good if you are here and you're listening to the Facebook Lives, but the real change starts when you are actually starting to, take action. So take action and put this task to work and see what the difference it makes. So thank you so much for today. If these topics about the inner family are very intriguing and you feel like, oh, I would like to explore more who they are, how they function, I will start a new group in February. I'll take only 20 English-speaking people. It's $250 per month. We have different ways we work together during this program. We have a once a month meeting with me online. Then you will get homework. We have a separate Facebook group. There will be a lot of activities and things you can do, and it's a very new type of like coaching, and the results can be like, you know, anything from better life, more abundance, better relationships. You know, you may even find your dream partner, because you will change your inner world so much that your outer world will start to change as well. So if you are interested in that, also let me know. And then I will ask you to like the video, become the subscriber of my channels, both Facebook or YouTube or Instagram as well. Let me know if you have questions, and share it with as many as you can, and invite other people also to join during the next days of lives. Thank you so much for your time, for your attention, for working on yourself and with yourself, and hope to see you tomorrow. Mahalo.